All right, so here we go. Obviously, we got Duke selected already. Certainly, Duke is Duke. And we're going to roll through these. I'll try to announce each team. I'm sure you probably can't really see the teams real well on the video, but we're starting here in the East bracket. We got Duke over that 16 seed, whoever it happens to be. And then in the second round, all right off the bat, the second pick, VCU versus UCF. In Central Florida, they got the guy, man. They got the guy everybody's here to see. I'd like to see UCF win. We're going to pick UCF there. Second round, we got another matchup here, the 12 and the 5. This is a matchup you see a lot of upsets from. Liberty over Mississippi State. No, we are picking Mississippi State. The Southeastern Conference, I feel like they're improved in basketball. They're not just Kentucky anymore. Now we got St. Louis versus Virginia Tech. St. Louis coming out of the A10, Virginia Tech out of the strong ACC. We're going with the 4 seed there. So far, no upsets. Early on, although, we're only a few games in, there's probably going to be a couple upsets. Belmont Temple versus Maryland. Is that the Belmont Temple winner? We got some abbreviations here on the bracket. I believe we're still going to go with Maryland, though. The number 6 seed over the winner. I guess that's the play-in game. LSU versus Yale, although they don't like you calling it the play-in game anymore, but they can't stop guys like me on YouTube from calling it the play-in game. Now LSU over Yale. All right, I'll quit trying to jabber so much and just get through this. Louisville and Minnesota. I guess a slight upset. We're taking Minnesota out of the Big Ten there. Although Louisville's got the tradition. They got the coach. Well, they don't have the coach anymore. Michigan State and Bradley. We're going Michigan State easy there. Now, should we just go on down or should we fill out each bracket at a time? I'm going to go on down. Now we're in the West. We got Gonzaga versus FDU and Prairie View A&M. M&M is not in the tournament. Prairie View A&M, however, is. Gonzaga, the number 1 seed. Got them there. We got Syracuse over Baylor. Boeheim getting it done. Marquette and Murray State. Upset alert, upset alert. We got number 12, Murray State, winning that one. Florida State and Vermont. As much as I'd like to pick back-to-back upsets, we're picking Florida State in a close one over the 13 seed Vermont. We got Florida State there. Buffalo versus Arizona State, St. John's, I believe that is. Okay, we're going to take, I like Buffalo there. Although Buffalo, a school with not a lot of tradition, perhaps could have been seeded a spot or two higher. Texas Tech over Northern Kentucky. We're going to take Nevada over Florida. And we're going to take Michigan over Montana. Okay, then we're going to move right over here to the Midwest. We're taking North Carolina. We're going to take Utah State. We're going to take Auburn. Although I'm looking at New Mexico State here, but I'm still taking Auburn after the big win today. Kansas, horrible down year for Kansas, although they're still a 4 seed. Iowa State versus Ohio State. I do not really know how the Buckeyes got in the tournament, but now that they're in the tournament, they're going to upset number 6 seed Iowa State. Houston's going to take out Georgia State. Houston with an awesome regular season. We got Wofford and Seton Hall. We're taking 10 seed Seton Hall. Based on tradition, really. And we have to have a few upsets snuck in here in the first round. Not a whole lot of upsets. We got a 12 seed winning. Now we got a 10 seed winning. And, of course, Kentucky's going to win their first round game. So we got Kentucky there. Now moving up to the South. Sounds odd, moving up to the South, but in the bracket. Now we got Virginia winning that game. We're going to take Ole Miss over Oklahoma. We're going to take the Badgers, the 5 seed, over Oregon. I don't like that when they put 2 big power schools in the 5-12 matchup. Kansas State and UC Irvine. Oh, almost calling an upset alert. But I believe we're going to save that for the next round. We're taking Kansas State there. Now, Villanova, a national championship caliber team most years. Upset St. Mary's, the number 11 seed, a team that gets no respect. Although they could be having a down year this year. We're taking St. Mary's to shock number 6 Villanova. Purdue, Old Dominion, we're going to take the Boilermakers of Purdue. Cincinnati over Iowa, we're taking the Bearcats over Iowa. And then Tennessee versus Colgate, we're taking Tennessee. Now, how about we stay right here in this bracket in the South? We got Virginia versus Ole Miss in the second round. Taking Virginia there. Wisconsin over Kansas State in the second round. We're taking Wisconsin. St. Mary's and Purdue, as much as I'd like to keep the St. Mary's train, that is. We're going to take Purdue, I guess. I want to take St. Mary's there. I want to get an 11 seed in the Sweet 16. We're going to take St. Mary's over Purdue. Then we're going to take Cincinnati. Oh, wait a minute. I accidentally picked Colgate there. We wanted Tennessee. Then we're picking Tennessee over Cincinnati. So you got Tennessee versus St. Mary's, Virginia versus Wisconsin. Taking Virginia over Wisconsin, and then Tennessee over St. Mary's. Just like that, you got the 1 and 2 seeds there. And I guess we're going to go ahead and pick Tennessee over Virginia. Tennessee, our first team in the Final Four. Now we got Carolina, Utah State down here in the Midwest. We got Carolina. We got Kansas over Auburn. Looking at that North Carolina-Kansas matchup. We're going to take the Buckeyes of Ohio State to upset the number 3 Houston. Houston coming in with an apparent weak regular season schedule. Then we got Kentucky taking care of Seton Hall. You got Kentucky ending the Buckeyes run. Then Carolina's going to take out Kansas. And then the matchup everybody's here to see, number 1 Carolina versus number 2 Kentucky. Carolina going to the Final Four. Now we're going back over here to the West. We got Gonzaga over Syracuse. Florida State is going to take out the number 12 seed Murray State. Buffalo's going to beat Texas Tech. Michigan's going to beat Nevada. Then we're going on to the next round. We got Michigan over Buffalo. Man, I got a 1 and 2 seed again. I do not like continuing to have. How about this? We're going to switch that. Upset alert, Buffalo over Michigan. Gonzaga over Florida State. And then we're going to get back to it. Gonzaga over Florida State. Gonzaga going to the Final Four. So far, I'm not loving this. We got 2 number 1 seeds and a number 2 seed in the Final Four. And certainly Duke is Duke. Second round, Duke and Zion are going to get by Central Florida and their guy. Mississippi State versus Virginia Tech. The ACC versus the SEC. This is not football, so we're taking Virginia Tech. Maryland and LSU. I'm sticking with the Big Ten. Maryland over LSU. Minnesota and Michigan State. Michigan State's going to win that one. We got Maryland versus Michigan State. Michigan State still winning. Certainly Duke is Duke. They're going to take out their conference rival, Virginia Tech. And then for the bid to the Final Four, Duke versus Michigan State. Duke in the Final Four. I do not like this. I do not like having 3 number 1 seeds and a number 2 seed in the Final Four. But that's what we got. Then Duke's going to beat Gonzaga. North Carolina is going to beat Tennessee. And then Duke is going to win the national title. 76-70 over North Carolina. Boom. Those are the picks. Good luck with your brackets. I don't know how I'm feeling about mine. Didn't do a whole lot of research going in. Just went in cold. Those are the picks. Got a handful of upsets in there. And Duke winning the whole thing. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Good luck. Men, women, boys, girls. Boom.